was started with a promise to provide clients with truthful, friendly, and courteous service. It worked. With an expanded client base, the Firestone Insurance Agency's customers are now able to choose from over 20 well-known insurance companies. So whether it be auto, home, business, or life, Firestone has you covered, and the promise to provide truthful, friendly, and courteous service is still in place. As an independent insurance agency, the Firestone Insurance Agency works for you. They do the shopping for you to save you time and a bunch of needless phone calls. Because let's face it, no one loves to shop for insurance. Call the office at 724-455-3900 or visit firestoneinsurance.net. Can't make it to Normalville? Let the Firestone Insurance Agency bring service right to your kitchen table. The Firestone Insurance Agency, 724-455-3900 or firestoneinsurance.net. Doing what is right for the customer, finding the most affordable rates while making sure there are no coverage gaps so you are fully protected from the unforeseen.
Mountaintop Title and Notary can handle all of your motor vehicle and PennDOT needs, such as titles, plates, renewal, registrations, and all notary needs. Tina Nicholson of Mountaintop Title and Notary can also handle ATV and boat titles and also does income taxes. Hours are Monday through Friday, 9:30 to 4:30, and appointments can be made for after hours and Saturdays. Mountaintop Title and Notary with a new location at 655 Nelson Road in Farmington, the only place you need to go for all title, notary, and tax work. Call Tina at 724-984-1514 for the most professional services around.
It's a new day at WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital, and we're bringing a new level of quality health care to our community. From primary care to specialty services, our team has always put patients first. And now, thanks to our merger with WVU Medicine, our commitment to patient-centered care has grown even stronger. With new resources, a growing staff, and advanced technology, our team is here to provide you with top quality care when it matters most. Discover the new Uniontown Hospital and see how we've grown.
When you make the right decision, it feels good, like picking the perfect gift. It feels really good to make the right insurance decision, too. That's why State Farm agent Nate Ferguson is here in Uniontown to help you select the right protection at the right price. Nate will make sure you understand your coverages so you'll know what to expect if the unexpected happens. With State Farm agent Nate Ferguson, it's easy to make the right choice. Just call Nate when you want the real deal.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
The views and opinions expressed on this program are those of John Marietta and do not necessarily reflect the views of the Fayette County Recorder of Deeds Office or Fayette County government. This program is privately produced and funded, and no county resources are used for its production or promotion.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I was trucking up the highway, minding my own lane, with some dude in a Prius went and flipped me off. Guess my redneck hit him wrong. Seems like everyone these days is a ticking time bomb full of hate for folks like me who don't agree and ain't ever gonna change. And it gets me thinking,
it's another Trump-tastic day in Fayette County. Today's show is being brought to you by Burhead Strauss Funeral Home. And we lost the page and I got to start all over again. Hold on a second, everybody. Burhead Strauss Funeral Home, Hmong Auto Bar, Thundering Hills Feed Supply, JB Market in Dunbar, Fayette Structures, Country Motor Sales, Humber Sanitation and Septic Pumping, Fayette MAGA Patriots Group, Highline Motorsports, Gilday Acres Construction, Hillbilly Racing, LLC. I tell you what, it's been a busy week, and we have a holiday on Monday, Martin Luther King Day, so we're going to get an extra day off. Most of us will. It's a federal holiday. I want to thank everybody that I had a lot of things going on, personal things going on this week, but I had a couple people that we lost, and I want to thank everybody that reached out and said some kind things to the families of these people. And you know what? Next week when things slow down, don't be afraid to get in touch with them and say hello to them and see if they need anything. So let me get started. I'll tell you what. I'm coming at you loud and clear from the mountains to the haulers, to the fields and the cities of Fayette County, from the Laurel Highlands clear to the Mon Valley. The truth's ringing out today. I ain't here to whisper sweet nothings to sleepy souls. I'm here to shake the dust off this land and call sin by its name. The good book says in Proverbs 29:2, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice, but when the wicked rule, the people mourn. Well, can't you hear that mourning? It's constant in this county. It's in the checkout lines, at the gas pumps, in the hearts of honest folks, tired of the crooked few riding high while the faithful bear the load. These highfalutin politicians strut around like they own the people, preach about honesty with their mouths, while their hands count lobbyist money under the table. A very good friend of mine who has said to me many times, "Boy, you can't drain the swamp if the alligators are the ones holding the plunger." And ain't that the truth right here in this county? The same ones making the mess are the ones claiming they're going to try to clean it up. It ain't working. But let me tell you, the Lord's still watching. Psalm 75:7 says it plain and clear. God is the judge. He putteth down one and steppeth up another. Don't you think it's time he set up some new ones? Some women and men who fear the Lord more than they fear losing a vote. It's time we quit bowing to party bosses and start bending our knees before Almighty God. The answer is never going to be in Harrisburg and surely not in Washington, D.C. It's right here in the hearts of God's people. It's in the churches, in the homes. Yes, sir, across Fayette County where folks still believe in working hard, speaking truth, and walking straight. I'm talking about the people that pay property tax constantly. And that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the people that go to work. I'm talking about the people that get up and pull their boots on and make sure that they can pay all these. I call them fines. They're fines. Taxes are fines on our society. 2 Chronicles 7:14 still holds the promise. If my people, which are called by my name, shall humble themselves and pray, then will I hear their land? Absolutely. That's the cure right there. So I'm calling on righteous men and women to rise up, run for office. If God calls you, speak truth even when it stings. Live clean. When the world don't care, when the world don't care if you do or don't. The land don't need another politician. It needs prophets and shepherds. I like the word shepherds. I use it a lot. Who will guard the flock, not fleece it. From the ridges to the rivers, from Uniontown to the smallest back road, it's time for people of God to take a righteous stand. Let's clean house with prayer, integrity, and holy boldness. I am the hillbilly. Through the hollers and rising up through the streets. When the righteous rise, the wicked will fall, because the word says, righteousness exalteth the nation, but sin is a reproach to any people. Fayette County, let's roll up our sleeves. Let's clean our boots and let the light of God shine through this land again. I will tell you, I was privy to something last night, and many people don't know it. I got invited to a farmer's get-together in Somerset County. It was at the Coal Miners Cafe, and I was up there with Harry Cochran and a couple other friends, and when Harry spoke, the whole room was silent, and they listened to every word he had to say. And he said it very point and clearly. He said, it's time we clean up corruption. But he also got more specific. He said, it's time we get rid of the Act 77. He said, it's time we do away with a lot of these property taxes. And I seen something on Facebook today where Cameron Barlotta is out there telling everybody that the money from these casinos is going to LNA.
LSA.
LSA. I got it right. The acronym I'm not. But LSA money. That money was intended to go for our seniors to cut property taxes. Now all it is for these political people and these to use to get reelected, saying, "Look what I did over here. Yeah. I helped you out. I helped you get this grant." Well, they would have got it anyways.
Yep.
But now we're using it. No matter how you look at it, this is tax money that should be used to help our seniors, help our veterans. keep their homes. I mean,
Right.
veterans can apply for an exemption on their property taxes, but we need to make sure that this happens. It's time, and I will tell you, somebody told me that one of our political leaders said he's tired of me calling him a liar. Well, it's real simple. Just don't quit lying, and I won't have to do that. I mean, if you don't lie, then I don't have to do that.
Yeah.
So it's just that simple.
They don't want to be held accountable.
So I mean, the Rooneys finally woke up and got rid of.
Mike Tomlin. Yeah, it's a great day in Pittsburgh.
Well, they asked him. they asked him to leave.
Yeah. Well, I think the crowd did on Monday night's game. I think it was quite evident, and in the Cleveland game. And this is what happens when people speak up. They were saying, I think in the fourth quarter, you could hear it during the game, booing. They didn't even play the song "Renegade." Wasn't played at Monday night's game, and the crowd was booing and saying "Fire Tomlin." So when the crowd stands up and speaks out, just like we are here in Fayette County, John, you, I, and Harry Cochran's, standing up to run for office. We've had enough. We're making noise, and it's time to rebuild.
Well, I want everybody to go to Facebook. You can tag Larry Dockert. He's running for state committee.
Yeah.
His picture's up there with him. He served our country. This man, was wounded for our country, and now we got people that are making light of it, and unapologetically. So let's think about what we're saying here, people. I mean, this man went, like he said, he told me one time, he said, if you think I'm scared of people in Fayette County, he said, they dropped me off in a place where everybody wanted to kill me. So he said, I have no fear about this. He said, and I'm going forward, and we're going to do what we got to do, and I will help him. We will help him, and as much as we possibly can. It's a state committee. It's a GOP state committee seat, and it pays absolutely nothing, and it's going to cost him some money to do it, and I really want to thank him. Melanie's going to run also,
right.
And we're going to get her. We're going to get her elected. We're going to get Larry elected, and we need one more person that's going to step up, and we got several names. I have somebody, a couple people from Connellsville that call me, and we'll see what happens, and we'll go from there. We are having a meeting for committee people. Anybody that wants to become a committee person on January the 22nd. Right. That's it. That's next Thursday night.
At the Paint Room. It's January 22nd at the Paint Room in Connellsville. Come listen, ask questions, and see how regular people rebuild this party from the ground up here in Fayette County. You just need to care about your community and be willing to show up. So that's next Thursday at 6 o'clock.
6 o'clock
at the Paint Room.
And like I said, they have good food, and like I said, it's we need people from all over the county.
Yeah.
And when I was in Somerset County last night, I told them, they asked me what part of the county, Fayette County, I was from, and I said, I'm almost from the part where there's no more county left. But I live in Redstone Township, now the Brownsville borough is beyond that. But then the river, then you go into Washington County. But like I said, they said, and you drove all the way up here. I said, no, this is important. I believe farmers need to be supported. I believe our veterans need to be supported. I always talk about the EMS workers. I don't think these guys make near enough money for what they do. I think we need to do a lot of these things to try to help these people out.
I looked at the recent precincts. Speaking about precincts, there are 67 precincts now in Fayette County. They have combined about 10 of them into other precincts. Savings cost, and again, volunteers work at the polls and everything. So, I think it's good, a good move. But I looked at all of the precincts in there and who is represented in there as far as precinct committee people. There's openings in Brownsville, Uniontown, Masontown, Bell Vernon, all across Fayette County. Your precincts are looking for people to stand up as a committee person for the Republican Party. That's how we rebuild from the grassroots up.
I know we got a couple people in German Township that have already said they're going to run. We got people in Spring Hill Township. That's down at that'd be down the other end of the county toward to be on Fairchance or Smithfield, Fairchance in that area. Clear, I think that runs into the West Virginia part of the end of the county over there. We got people in looks like in Masontown, and I have some people coming forward from there's going to be several people from Connellsville. That's why we're
Oh, good. Yeah, that's
going to
good.
have this in Connellsville. So we'll keep moving forward, and you know what.
Well, you nailed it, John. In one of your posts, you said that you don't change the direction of the party from your couch or the comment section on Facebook. That you got to get involved. You got to get off the sidelines and get in the game. And that's what we're just asking people to do here in Fayette County. Party rules and leadership for the Republican Party are decided by the people who actually show up. And that hasn't been happening in Fayette County. In the GOP. It's just been a select few have been making all the decisions. That's why I believe in encouraging regular, hardworking people. We had Denise Stasko on last Friday, who was a simple precinct committee person. Then she became a poll worker, minority inspector in the Belle Vernon Borough, and now she was just sworn in 2 weeks ago as a council member. And that's how you get involved. That's how you make change in your own neighborhood. And that's all we're asking. Something simple like that. So if you want a real voice, this is where it begins. And come to the MAGA Mixer. We're calling it next Thursday, January 22nd at the Pate Room, and learn how you can get involved. Be happy to show you. It's only going to last about an hour. The problem is when good people stay home, those insiders stay in charge. And that's what happened in the past 2 or 3 years in Fayette County and the Republican Party. When regular people step up, like we have, and there are many others with me here in Fayette County that are standing up, then things begin to change. But nothing changes by sitting back or just posting things on Facebook and posting online. The direction of the party is set by the people who actually get involved. And that's why I'm a big believer in everyday people stepping up to run for the precinct committee person. If you want to say, this is where it starts. And I hate to keep referring to the Steelers, but just look at the Steelers right now. For years, us fans stood in front of our TV, screaming at the TV or in the stands, saying something's not working out. But this season, especially Monday night's game, the pressure finally showed up in the stadium. Fans weren't just watching anymore. They were chanting, booing, and demanding better. So that wasn't hate. That was ownership. Nobody hates the Steelers. Nobody hates Mike Tomlin. But that's why they spoke up. That's exactly what's happening here in Fayette County. So whether it's the hotel tax questions that I keep asking or rebuilding the Republican Party here in Fayette County, the message is the same. You don't fix a team by staying silent on the couch or screaming at the TV. You fix it by getting in the game. And that's what we want to do with people here in Fayette County. Come, get in the game. Join us. Join us.
It's been almost a decade, I think. Do I have that right? Since the Steelers moved on in the playoffs, Nick.
I think it was 9.
9 years.
Yeah, it's been 9 years since they won a playoff game. 9 years, but they were in them. 9 years. No, 9 years since they were in a playoff game. They only won one playoff game in 19 years. And that was the one that they went to the Super Bowl. Okay. Because Tomlin was there for 19 years. And though they claim the mediocrity of the past 19 years is something that people are fed up with. That status quo, just, having a winning season just isn't happening. And here in Fayette County, the status quo isn't doing well here either.
We're
far from status or winning season or even status quo, huh? We're in the hole.
I mean, I'm understanding I actually got to talk to some people from Bedford County and from Somerset County, of course, and they're telling me that they're following me on Facebook and following the
Bedford
show.
and Somerset County, huh?
And what we're seeing is what we're hearing is that there's the same problems in all these counties. I mean, I don't know that it's from the 4 years of the presidency that's caused this previous.
You mean the previous presidency?
But it
hurt. It helps.
I seen President Trump he had a little bit of a news conference. I think it was last night about how they're gonna healthcare in the country and how they're going to try to change some things, and how the tariffs are making this happen. And everybody said no. This is going to hurt the country.
No.
But I think the number is $81 billion this year.
Oh wow! Oh wow!
Yeah,
we're going to see that.
Now, I mean, it takes billions to make to get rid of trillions. So or billions and billions to get rid of trillions. But
it's on the right track.
We're on the right.
He's
track.
on the right track.
If we can reduce some things. I also seen that. On the Democrat, or not the Democrat side, but I also seen that there was under the United States deficit went up almost $9 trillion in the previous 4 years he was in office. So, and of course they're going to blame that. They're going to say, well, they had to take care of the things that he done in the years before. But we all know that the blame game got to be over. We have to start doing some things differently. We have to start putting things. We have to make changes. And if you're not willing to make changes, then it just isn't working.
And we need that in Fayette County. Right now is the perfect time.
Yep.
I think it's time is now.
There's so much happening with our natural resources here in the state. I'm hearing it from different counties. Like I said, I talked to somebody from Lycoming County, I believe it was this morning, at one of the recorders, and then there's, I think it was Lycoming County. I'll probably get it wrong, but anyways, it looks like that they're going to start test drilling. I know I have the wrong county. Sullivan County maybe it was. Anyways, but they're going to start doing some I guess some investigating about looking for the natural gas field and see if it's in that part of the state. And I do know that Bedford is county. I talked to some people up there. They're really hopeful that they can get some of the infrastructure in so they can do some drilling over that way, because I guess there's a part of the shale over there has a lot of gas in it.
Shouldn't our state senator be helping with that, Pat Stefano?
You would think he would.
Doesn't he sit on the energy?
Yeah, he's on the PUC, but or on the PUC board or whatever that amounts to. But
he's not done anything. Then.
Yep.
Done nothing.
Yep.
Just like Senator Bartolotta over there in Washington County, they just all talk and photo ops.
We heard there was a thing that I guess the Greene County Republican Party and the Washington County Republican Party
gave her a vote of no confidence.
No confidence against
Senator Bartolotta.
It's
about time.
And if you look at the votes, if you look at all the votes that goes through the Senate, you're going to see there's a lot of parallels between the 31st district and Senator Bartolotta's, or 32nd district and Senator Bartolotta's district.
Right.
But you know. And she stood right out here in the hallway, right here at WMBS, and she said it isn't our fault about the Act 77. I said, well, you voted for it. I said, you put it in.
Surely
I said,
is.
wasn't it you that helped vote it in? And she says, yeah, but they're not administrating it right. And I said, then why don't you do something about it? I said, just do something. And she of course she walked away from me when she knew that I was going to give her an argument. But anyways, that's where we're at with all of that. I do want to stress this. On January the 22nd, if you would like to become a precinct
committee person,
please come to the paint room in Connellsville at 6:00. You can get some chicken wings or whatever they have on special that day.
You can order from the menu. Come a little early, if you want to eat something. If you're leaving work and you want to, get a bite to eat, come about 5:00, and we'll have a little section to sit in. And you can order from the menu and then eat, and then we'll get started. We promise to only keep you for an hour, and then you'll be out.
Yep.
Out the door.
We're not gonna beat you up with a bunch of nothing.
No.
We're gonna explain to you how you become a precinct committee people. You get your 30 signatures. If you can get 30, you only need.
Well, you only need 10.
But I would like for everybody to get 30 and from their neighbors and their friends and get on the ballot.
And get your name on the ballot, and then you get voted in May. Most people don't even you're running uncontested. There's nobody else on the ballot.
Yep.
But you. So people will vote for you. Republican will vote for you. You will be unanimously voted. And so if you're one of those people that were chanting at the game, this is the same moment here in Fayette County. Don't just yell from the stands. Become a precinct committee person. Help choose the leadership here in Fayette County, the Republican Party. Help set the direction here. That's how you rebuild a winning team, and that's what they're doing in Pittsburgh today. With a new coach, probably some new assistants, rebuilding a team, and I look forward to many years of waving that terrible towel. We did it on Friday. Me and Denise had terrible towels in here while you were at the county fair. We were waving terrible towels. It didn't work, but, we're still cheering them on. We still love our Steelers. It's a chance to rebuild, and I think we're doing that here in Fayette County and also within the Republican Party.
Yeah, it's time we get people to step up and do these things. And
many just don't even know.
Well,
I didn't know.
Well,
I didn't know 4 years ago either. It was the election of 2020 that turned things around for me. I ran for office in 2016. I ran for state committee in 2018. I got my feet wet a little bit in politics, and also went through training programs. The Einstein Leadership Training Program, the Americans for Prosperity sent me to different workshops and things for weekends. I got to look behind the scenes of what's going on, and then in 2020 with that election, which we're beginning to learn now, was legitimate. Like, judges are going to be bringing in, you can't count mail-in ballots. What was the recent decision the Supreme Court made? You can't continue to count mail-in ballots, for 18 days after the election, and that you can bring that evidence first. So they're beginning to realize that there were some things that went wrong in the 2020 election. That's what got me off the couch. And I became involved, and then I became a precinct committee person, elected in the Republican Party, attended the meetings. They have meetings once a month. Now they're closed. You can't go to the Republican meetings now. If you're a Republican in Fayette County, you're not allowed there. You have to be invited. And, how welcoming is that? How do you grow a party when you close the door on, everyday people in the county that, want to be heard? That's wrong. They're trying to silence those of us that are bringing things to light that aren't too pretty about our Republican leadership here in the county, as in county commissioners. And that hotel tax that I'm not going away with. I'm still on that warpath. It's something so simple. When we're not getting answers. We're not getting answers. And I just found today, I advertise. I'm a marketing person with the Laurel Highlands Visitors Bureau because I have a vacation house rentals here. It's in Westmoreland County. But I advertise in the magazine, and I'm on their website. And I went on their website on Monday after a Zoom call with them for 2 hours and found some interesting information, specifically about Fayette County and what the Laurel Highlands Visitors Bureau claims they get from Fayette County. Is not the same message that I'm getting from the county commissioners when I did my Right to Knows last year. They're telling me that 96% goes to Laurel Highlands, and 4% they keep back for administration fees. Well, that's not the same story that Laurel Highlands says on their public website. They say, let me see some things here. And I have all this information here, some data here, but plain and simple, here's an easy way. When someone stays in a hotel in Fayette County, they pay a small hotel tax. The ordinance in the county says that the county can keep 4 cents out of every dollar to cover paperwork and administration costs. The other 96 cents is supposed to be sent to the tourism group, which is what they claim the Laurel Highlands, go Laurel Highlands, which is what they say, to promote our area and help the tourism. Well, the problem isn't politics. The problem is that we the people, who have written Right to Knows can't see the paperwork that shows when and how that money was spent. When it's taxpayer money, people have a right to see the receipts. That's all this is about. It's not about blame. It's about seeing the receipts. And we haven't been given those receipts. And that's why you don't need to run for office. We just want people to get involved locally. You don't need a law degree. We just need regular people to step up as precinct committee people and continue to ask these questions with our Republican leadership, including our county commissioners.
And it just doesn't have to be the Republican leadership. We can ask
Democrats too, right? Yeah, that's right. Because
the girl that was the chief clerk stepped up the other day, and she called out the commissioners
Again.
about what was going on with the commissioners, and all the elected officials got a 3% pay increase. But people downstream, that's what I'm going to say, downstream, but they're actually probably the people doing most of the work.
Yep.
Only got a 2%.
Yeah.
And I don't mean that. We have a lot of good people in that courthouse, and I've observed this. We got from the guys, the janitors that take care of things, the people that fix things all the time. They're always diligent. I've been in there more than once on a Sunday morning to pick something up, and there's always one of the guys in there. It seems like they're working, fixing something. I go in like this weekend. I'll go in and check on to make sure that there's none of the pipes are bursted or something, because I don't want none of I'll go in there, at least I'll stop in twice, probably once a Saturday afternoon and probably once on Monday, because it'd be a day before somebody found out about something like that. And we had a problem in the treasurer's office where we had a leak, and it cost the county a lot of money. And but anyways, that was back a couple years ago, and it took them for almost forever to get that to fix the treasurer's office back up. But I do that because that's what people elected me to do, but I see these guys in there working on Sundays and trying to make sure that the boiler's working, and they check on things, and they're people. These are good people, and they deserve these raises. They deserve to get whatever the commissioners and what I got. So that's what I'm trying to say.
And then there was the health insurance that it was voted that they snuck in at the last minute.
Snuck it in at the last minute. I mean, the courthouse closes at 4:30, and on the 23rd of December, it closed at 4:30, and the email went out at 4:31. Now that sounds a little tacky. So, I mean, they got the right to change our insurance. They do. They can do that. But how they did it, I don't agree with. But now they're opening it up, I guess, to another open enrollment thing. But I'm just wondering how people they're going to navigate that. So we'll see how this all works out. I did get to go to you wanted me to mention about the farm show.
Yeah, I told everybody about your rabbits last week, that you were there with the rabbits.
My granddaughter took rabbits to the farm show, and we didn't do so well with the rabbits as placing, but I will tell you, it was a very good educational thing, she figured out what she needs to do to make things better for next year, and that's what she'll probably do if she decides to go down again next year.
Were there any other ones in Fayette County that were there?
She was the only one from Fayette
Oh,
County.
really?
With the rabbits. Now I know there was kids that were showing hogs and sheep, I believe, and probably goats. I got the Stony Brook Farms. I was up there. I got to go up there today. They do the equestrian therapy for veterans and for other people. I was up there this morning real early, and I got to talk to them, and they're doing real good up there. And even though the weather's cold, they're up there.
Now, what is that, and where is that?
That's up at Somerset. That's right at the edge. That might be Westmoreland County, right at the edge of Westmoreland and Somerset County, right there. It's right not very far from Donegal. It's kind of a pocket right there, and right there by where you turn right off of 7-Eleven. But anyways, it's an equestrian where they people that are even disabled, they horse therapy, and my one niece.
What do they do? They ride them?
They ride the horses for therapy. And my one niece was she couldn't walk. She had trouble walking, and she went to one of these equestrian therapy things, and she was able to get back and start walking. So and I will tell you that was a really good thing. But anyways, Nick's giving me the 15-second to go. So hey, we're gonna close up with my new closing for Fridays. Life is short. Live it. Love is rare. Grab it. Fear is boundless. Fear is horrendous. Face it. Memories are sweet. Cherish them. Faith is being tested. Stand firm. Time is precious. Make the most of it. Trust God and take the ride. God bless each and every one of you, and God bless America. I am John Marietta, and I am the Hillbilly.
Yay!
Hi, I'm Jason Brady, the owner of Brady's Rad Cafe, the new restaurant in Uniontown Mall near